Hey everyone, it's presenting to you Unique You, presented by Unite and powered by Awesome TV. And today this session is all about featuring unique and inspiring personalities. And first today on Dias we have Rupika Grover, who's the winner of Mrs. India One in a Million. It's such an honor to have you, Rupika, here with us.
The honor is all mine, Dipti. Thank you for having me.
So, Rupika, could you tell us something about your journey of getting into fashion at the age of 55 and how has the journey been?
My journey has been like any other lady's journey who has been housewife, concentrating all the time towards her children and her family, totally a devoted housewife. That's what I was till the age of 50. Then
Okay.
the empty nest syndrome hit me like crazy when my children went abroad to pursue their passion for their further studies. That is the time my husband proposed numerous options. He
Okay.
proposed to open up a salon for me, open up a boutique, but then that was all his. It was not my thing. I would have just sat on the counter and managed everything. I wanted to do something which was me and not without anybody's help. So then I went into fashion. And luckily, I have the blessings of the Almighty. I got good projects, and here I am today, worked with the legends of the industry.
Yes, that's amazing to know. How about you, born and brought up in Jammu? How was your life in Jammu?
Do you know, a known scholar, Amir Khusro, said, if there is Jannat on earth, it's here, it's here. This, he was talking about Jammu Kashmir. That is where I have been born and brought up, on the paradise on earth. And
Wow.
to add on to it, I grew up in a mega joint family with my grandparents, my uncles, and aunts. While growing up, we were 10 kids in the house.
Which is so rare in today's world. And
Yes, but you know, it teaches you so much.
Correct.
It teaches you to be selfless, share and care, and it teaches you the strength of unity.
Correct.
And it has taken me places knowing that we have to work as a team to move ahead in life.
That's so amazing. And when you shifted to Mumbai and when you moved your city, how has that been? And I'm sure with some challenges, what did you face?
Oh, yes. The biggest challenge was coming from a paradise jungle, which was forest, lush green, to a man made concrete jungle. You open your window and all you can see is numerous buildings. That's what stares back on you. And from a mega joint family into a nuclear family. I didn't know what to do because I was always surrounded by family while growing up. And you know, you actually wish for some peace. But when I actually got it after my marriage, I didn't like it one bit. I wanted that hustle bustle chaos all around me. And that was the main challenge, adapting to a nuclear family.
Uh, from a mega joint family
Yes.
to a nuclear
To a
family.
nuclear family, like there was nothing. My husband
Yeah.
would go to his work. My mom-in-law was busy on her own. What do I do? There was nobody to talk to also.
Yeah, and kids also, once they grow up, they have a life of their own.
Yeah, like
Correct.
I'm talking about the teething period when I didn't have any kids, when I just come to Bombay and I didn't know anyone around also. That was the main challenging issue. But once I had kids, then I was busy. I think we all know, we all ladies can relate to it. Once
Correct.
kids are there, you don't have time for yourself.
Also, what got you involved into animal rescue and rehabilitation? Because I think that's also something very few people do. You know, we all do a lot for humanity, but yeah, animals also need a lot of rehabilitation. So, how did that get into?
Do you know, being brought up in a lap of nature, you're always surrounded by beautiful birds, beautiful animals, and I am anyway a total animal lover. And
Okay.
while
Yeah, only an animal lover can do
yes,
this.
you can
Yeah.
relate to their pains and sufferings.
Correct.
Like human beings can at least relate and express what they require, what they're feeling,
Correct.
what they're suffering. They can ask for help. But
Correct.
these voiceless creatures, they go through so much of trauma in life and they can't even express what is happening. So
Correct.
somebody had to do it, and I took that initiative.
That's amazing. I think it's so important because these teachers cannot even express what they're going through. So I think doing this is a great work, I think.
Thank you so much.
And how about your transformation all of a sudden into modeling and a journey of Mrs. India?
So it's like the same thing, emptiness syndrome, and planning to do what to do. And
Okay.
luckily, my kids were pursuing filmmaking. And when I used to be there with them, a couple of their friends who were doing the student films reached up to me and asked me to help them out and act in their student projects. And I said, why not? Let's give it a try. At the end of it, it's a student project. And believe me, once I went in front of the camera, I loved it. Without exaggeration, I loved that feeling of who I was and being able to express myself in variety of different options and variations. And when I came back to India, I just followed up.
So you said kids. Can I know how old are your kids?
My older one is 30 and my
Wow.
younger one is 27.
That's amazing. And both your kids are into filmmaking.
Yes, they both are directors.
Oh, wow. And they have done some films recently.
Not films, but they do a lot of ads right now.
Okay.
The latest one was, let me just remember. Yes, there was this Oppo ad with
Okay.
the legend Zinata ma'am and Janvi. Then
Wow.
there was one with Kiara. They have been blessed. They have been getting good jobs, and
Wow.
they are happy doing what they're doing.
Also, you have worked with legends like Mr. Amitabh Bachchan and Ranveer Singh. So, could you share us your experience working with them?
Do you know when the day before I was supposed to shoot with Mr. Bachchan, I couldn't sleep at all with the anxious.
Yeah.
The anxiety was killing me that he is so big and such a huge name in the industry. How am I going to stand in front of him also?
Correct.
But believe me, he is a gem of a person. So grounded, so humble that I didn't feel anything. It was like such a pleasure and a beautiful experience. That's the most memorable one.
Great. How do you feel participating in the award winning film, The Lonely Prince?
See, I was a co-producer for Lonely Prince.
Yeah.
It had lots of his own struggles and issues because
Okay.
it was a self-funded film. And making a film, anybody can tell you, we are always falling short of money.
Yeah.
So to make do with all the resources that you have is a big challenge. So to save money, we landed up shooting in Jaipur. In the peak of summer in June, we had people collapsing right, left, and center.
Ah.
But that's what you had to do. You have to do what you love and take all challenges in this stride. And luckily, and blessings with the Almighty, it landed up winning multiple awards nationally and internationally.
Wow.
So you say, all your sufferings come back on a platter. That's what happened with Lonely Prince.
I think that's with life, right? I think.
Yes.
And this year being 2024, it's number 8, Shani. And I think, it's a year where it's definitely karmically going to bless a lot of us with all the good deeds that we've done in the past. So
Yes,
I think that's
absolutely.
amazing to know. And heartiest congratulations
Thank you
for that.
so much. Thank you.
Also, what made you participate with Mrs. India One in a Million contest?
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Do you know, like everyone around you tells you that women of a certain age shouldn't do anything.
So
they should,
true.
They should just concentrate on probably looking after the house or go into a spiritual lane. But why? We can always multitask.
Of course.
We can look after the house. We can have a very good spiritual background, plus pursue what we are meant to or what our dreams are.
Correct.
I'll give you a small little example, like a cocoon. The caterpillar cannot always live in the cocoon. He has to turn out into a butterfly. So I think for me, it was that time, and I wanted to prove it to all the women out there of my age who feel that after 50, life comes to a stagnation. No, it doesn't.
Yeah, it doesn't.
All it takes is one little step of courage to step out into the world and face all the challenges head on. You can definitely do it. Remember, you are a Janani. You have the strength to give birth. So why can't you give birth to your own dreams? You should.
Brilliant. What is your mantra, or how do you maintain your physical and mental fitness at this age?
It's all about discipline and multitasking.
Correct.
And I strongly believe that a healthy mind is the one which has a healthy body and vice versa. So you have to make time for yourself. Everyone else is important, but if you yourself are not fit enough and strong enough to handle everyone around you, what's the point of it? So look after yourself, exercise, include yoga, do chanting, do whatever gives you peace. Pursue a hobby. Be healthy, be happy. Only if you are happy, you can be healthy. It's as simple as
So
that.
true, so true. And I think that's the glow on your face because you're happy from within, and that's what I think outshines.
Thank you so much.
Also, Rupika, what would be that three top advices you would like to give to the women who are watching you or who are probably having a fear of, achieving their dreams or thinking where to start with? Like, what would be your three top advices?
The
for them?
first one would be, as I said, you are a Janani. You are the strongest being around who is capable of giving another life.
Correct.
So you're strong. Identify that strength in you. Second, love yourself. Only if you love yourself, but anybody love you, na? Respect yourself for who you are. Third, and not the last one, always, always, always pursue your passions. If you hide your own identity and your wishes and desires deep underdown, you can never be happy. Go ahead, take up the challenge, step outside your comfort zone, pursue what you actually desire. Be happy. That is the key to happiness, and only then you can make everyone happy around you, na?
So true. That's lovely piece of advice for all the women out there who think that age is a barrier and they can't do something because they've turned 40 or they've turned 50 or whatever, right?
Absolutely not. I will add another small little thing over here. I feel that once you are at a certain age, say 40s or 50s, your kids are grown up. The cuckoo has flown the nest, so as to say. Your house by that age is actually running on an autopilot.
Yeah.
Everything is already settled and streamlined. So, this actually is the time to do something for yourself. Like when you're younger, you're running behind the children, taking them to school, taking them to classes. Your household is still at a teething space. But at my age, I am good. I'm happy. I have all the time to pursue my own passions. That's what
Brilliant.
you should be doing.
That's lovely. Also, what are your future plans and goals?
I aim to inspire more and more people, more and more women, especially, to come out of their comfort zone, explore the world. You
True.
have the wings. All that is required is take that first
Courage.
flight. Go ahead and do it. Don't be stopped by anything. Don't be bothered about what people are going to say. They are anyway going to stay. If you're saying doing something, just sitting at home and doing nothing, they're going to call you as she's lazy, she doesn't want to do anything. If you're pursuing your passion, they're still going to say, Arey, she's not looking at a house. But what is more important is not what people are saying. What is more important is what gives you happiness. So go ahead, pursue your dreams, be happy at the end of it.
So true, so well said. How do you vision your collaboration with Unite the Community along with Awesome TV?
This is such a wonderful platform to reach out to a much larger audience of what I pursue or what my vision is for women of my age. It is like you have given me a wonderful platform and made my voice across the world now, internationally also.
Yes.
And I am truly blessed for that. And I hope, like, what my I wish is that even if it can inspire one woman to come out of their comfort zone, my day is done. My life is made. I'm helping somebody pursue what they want to. That's more than enough for me. I'm not aiming at helping the entire world. It's not possible. I'm taking one step at a time. And thank you for giving me this wonderful platform.
Thank you so much, Rupika. It was amazing having this chat with you.
Thank you so much, Dipti, for having me.
Thank you.